Right.
You're on mute, Ange.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I've made it back in time to the culture meeting this Wednesday evening. Nice to see you, Laura, as well. And Rob, I can just about see you. And Richard, you're back from your holidays. That's nice.
Yeah, I am.
Good. Thank you, Kerry, for coming on today as well. Do we have any apologies for absence?
Yep, we have Councillor David Lewis and Councillor Tim Zhu.
Okay, thank you. And can we all approve the minutes of the previous meeting?
Yeah,
I can't, I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
there. I can approve that, yeah.
Okay, thank
And
you.
me.
And a seconder? Yeah. Okay, thank you. I've just, I've actually, it's happened again, Kerry. The agenda that I've got sent from Ian is slightly different to the one that is the one I was just looking at. I think it was on Teams, but only one item, and that was the Christmas card update, I think. So it might be a wrong one. So I'm just trying to get Ian's last email. Sorry, 1 second.
Sorry, bear with me, Ange. Let me just check what's gone on to the website as well, because it should be the one that's uploaded in the Teams, so the one that's on the website. So I would generally, if I was you, tend not to go with the ones that Ian has emailed, but goes with the ones in the Teams folder, because if there's any changes before he publishes that agenda, that's where I think the confusion's coming in slightly.
Okay,
Bear
no,
with me.
it's only if it does say Christmas card update on there, we can ignore that. That was the one agenda that I just previously had. The one I have now doesn't have that on it. However, that is the one that I was emailed. So
Let's have a look.
sorry, everybody, 1 second.
Right, the one that is online does not have the Christmas card on it. So it
So that's-
started apologies for absence, stacks of interest, and then the minutes.
That's great. Perfect. Okay, thank you. That's the same one that I've got here as well. Okay, so do we have some update on the actions, Kerry, as in Ian's absence?
Yeah, sorry, Ange, you've just missed declarations of it.
Of interest.
Oh, sorry, I have, sorry. Do we have any declarations of interest on any of the items today? Rob's actually got his hand up. Hi,
Yeah,
Rob.
on the Bonnie Tyler one, because she's a friend of mine.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we approved the minutes of the previous meeting, and then number 4, sorry, the update on actions. Kerry, thank you.
Yep, bear
Oh.
with me 1 second. Need to
can
go
just
into
see-
the right
You
folder
just
now.
see Rob Marshall's cat.
Well, you can see part of him, yes. I think I'm gonna have to feed him. Come on then, puss.
I'm really sorry, my Teams has decided not to upload at the moment. Has anybody else got access to the actions that are outstanding, please?
I'll look now. Think
I
yeah.
have also, Kerry.
Okay.
Sorry, my iPad kicked me out for a minute then, but I'm back now.
It's all
There you
right.
go, it's just load.
Have you got the actions, Ange?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, so
Okay.
we've got item 52, not closed yet. Budget environment, RFO to check financial regulations to confirm the rules regarding the environment of sums within a committee's
There we are, lovely boy. It's a
budget.
Food. Look at this.
And your mic is on, Rob. And then the
Oh.
RFO informed November's meeting that an update will be provided at January's meeting, deferred to March meeting. So that's deferred to this meeting now. I don't know
Okay,
whether.
so I haven't been given an update from the RFO. What budget lines were you looking to via? Were you just looking to via between budgets within the
Committee, I
budget
think.
codes within your budget for the committee budget? Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, because you can via between them, obviously viaments normally need sign off between council, so if there's any viaments that we're required to happen, Paul will compile a report on them and get them signed off by council.
Okay, thank you. The other one was item 61, and it was to write to all schools in the MCC area with a view to creating the combined choir for Mumbles Fest, a Year 6 leavers. I think that was allocated to Sarah, the volunteer coordinator, at February's meeting, and an action reallocated to MCC officer. So presume that Sarah, that's with Sarah now.
Okay, yeah, I will catch up with Sarah tomorrow and I will email you an update on that and let you know where she is with that. But I guess really she needs the date confirming for Mumbles Fest so she can give the schools a date to send the email.
Yeah, you're right. And then the other action, 63, contact Jo at Mumbles Times, which I did to promote the Christmas card competition. Sadly, she's been quite unwell, but she is coming back to work very soon and she will happily do that for us. So that's just a matter of giving her the notice to put that in, and we can do that at a later date. So that's everything. Thank you for that, Kerry.
No problem.
Okay, now back to the agenda. Here we go. It's just loading. Okay, have we all had a chance to check the budget monitoring report? If we can approve it, or if we have any questions, because Paul's obviously not online, we can email Paul.
I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone happy to approve that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's passed. Right, the next item on the agenda is the Bonnie Tyler tribute event. Rob mentioned this last time. I think it's a really good idea. Rob, have you had a chance to ask her if she's even interested in the idea?
Well, I'm seeing Robert tonight, her husband, so I'll be able to mention and get that. I mean, ideally, we'd like to do it in a summer month, whether it's this year or next year, just because, you know, if you've got hundreds of people in white dresses and blonde wigs, it's better not to have rain or cold. Not that I know if it's cold wearing a dress, obviously, but I'd imagine it would be warmer in the summer and more clement to the occasion. So
Rob, am I right in thinking that did it coincide with a big birthday this year or a big anniversary of how many years she's been singing? Could you
I
remind me,
think
please?
this year is the 50th anniversary of her first single being released, actually. I think it was 1976 with My Honeycomb. So I can check on that online, so that would be no problem. But I mean, yeah, it'd just be nice to do. We've all seen a video of the Kate Bush Day of Felixstowe, I think it is, or Folkestone. And it's, you know, it's great for publicity for Mumbles. She's a worldwide star. She's taken the name of Mumbles all over the world. She lives here. She's had #1 smash hit. And it'd be great to use that hit as the you know, the reason for having this thing, and it could become an annual thing. And you know, like the Elvis Festival, you could have more people wanting to just come down, fans of hers, travel to see her from all over the place, and go to every concert. So it really could be good for tourism for Mumbles.
I think it would be a really good thing for tourism for Mumbles, and I think if we could tie it in with another event that we are doing, and then on that day maybe we have a celebration of local people, and that's either this year or next year you're thinking of, isn't it, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it would be quite nice, because then you could, I mean, I just feel like you could get quite a good bit of fun publicity out of that event. But it would, you know, she'd have to be on board. I mean, we could do it without her being on board, but ideally it would be fantastic if she would just show up for 5 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, if we can get her on board, and as you say, if she can turn up, then it's, you know, the cameras are going to be there, the BBC, everything. It's just, yeah, I know she's quite shy about stuff like that. I mean, she's a different person on stage to off stage, obviously. But I'm going to work
But just
on
think
that.
now we could have the football club all dressed up in the white dresses.
Yeah.
On a Friday night, Bonnie Tyler joins in for a sing-song, you know, ad hoc. It would be brilliant.
If there's wine involved, I'm sure I can convince her.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you just throw a few different ideas at her? I can help you with that, because I think that it could be quite a good, cool, fun thing.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Richard?
Would our budget reach to buying her a bottle of wine?
Yes.
And Rob can share it with her.
Hey, one
Yeah.
each.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, no, I think everyone's on board with that idea. So if we can just find out whether she would be happy to be involved, and if she is happy to be involved, Rob, it doesn't need to be a large amount of her time,
Yeah,
and we can work with her on a date. It'll have to be a date when she's around. So if you
and
can,
it's not even a whole
confirm
day,
that.
because I mean you're not going to sing Total Eclipse all day long. It'd just be an hour on a day,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Like even within Mumbles Fest, you know, you could have the celebration then, or on a different event, Underhill, which is just literally just a silly hour, you know, where everyone's dancing to Bonnie Tyler songs in the white dress for a photo opportunity. It would just be, you know, quite a cool thing.
It would.
So that would be good. Okay, so you're going to act on that tonight then, and let us know off the back of
Yes.
the meeting whether it's a doer or, I mean, we could still do it potentially without her. It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it would be so much better if she was on board with it and supported the event, certainly. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the Mumbles tourism update, and just to provide a little update, which is I spoke with Mark on email. He's putting in a grant. I think he's already put in a grant application. He said that he's in discussions with a number of shops. He said it's getting more and more complete. The numbers are going up. And he's just apologised that he's half sent the email to me, but he's in discussions with many businesses, including Bistro Pierre at the minute, Newbury's, Judith Roberts, etc. So he's working really hard on that. Actually, I've got a longer list: Duke's, Pet Shop, Fika, Harry's Bar, the Vic, Oyster Gallery, Pivot Nutrition, and there's a number of others on there as well. So it looks like he's working really hard to get that website up and running. Richard, I'm not sure if you were in the last meeting, but it's basically a website that is providing all of what we spoke about before, which is hotels, restaurants, bars, places to go, things to see and do in Mumbles. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions on that, we're happy to move on. Okay, breast cancer awareness. I spoke with Tina, who runs the Yarn Bombers, and she's very lovely and very on board and happy to help us with breast cancer awareness. It's happening in October. Again, needs to be padded out slightly, so maybe if you don't have any ideas right now, we can certainly keep this in our thoughts for the future. By and large, the idea came to me. I was talking with a resident, and she said in Australia they have a load of bras everywhere on the street just to raise awareness for breast cancer. I thought if we could get a load of bras on Newton Road, that would be really cool. They are willing to knit us a really big bra that, if we are allowed permission to put it outside the Ostrom Hall, for example, then we can do that. It might be various shades of pink because there's so many people that are taking this project on, and they're already going to start on this project now, like this week, and it'll take them right up until October. So they lots of different patches to add together, and then she's willing to do the ribbon down on the post by Joe's Ice Cream, and do something up by Oystermouth School. So you know, I think we're really lucky and grateful that she's able to help us with her people. And yeah, the only cost to us would be she may need some extra yarn. Kerry, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, one thing I have seen for breast cancer awareness that uses the bras, instead of just having loads of bras hanging, you actually turn them into planters. So you use the cup of the bra to actually plant flowers in, and then they have them hanging up with flowers or decorations around the street, and looks quite effective.
Okay.
Oh, that would be nice. Will you send me some pictures, please? Because environmental
Yeah.
might be on board with that as well. Yeah, that would be really good. Okay, thank you. So yeah, any ideas on, you know, taking that further, feel free to bring them to the next meeting, or voice them now if you want to, or we can chat about them at another time. Okay, Easter events at Easter events 2026. If we've got any ideas for Easter events, then bring them forward now. Maybe I was thinking potentially something like, because Helen Nelson is doing the Easter egg hunt at Klein again, which is hugely successful when she's done that. It's a really good event. And maybe if we could actually do something similar at Underhill Park. Hannah and I briefly had a chat about this the other day. In fact, I sent her something that I saw on Instagram, which was a load of, I think they were plastic. We may have to look at whether we're allowed the plastic, but it was egg cups, and then the kids could find a certain amount of those, and then they bring them back in a basket, and then each amount of eggs that they found correlated to a different prize. So if they found 10 eggs or under, they'd have a prize from this particular basket. If they found 20 eggs to 30 eggs, it would be from this particular basket, and like more than 50 eggs would equate to a prize from another basket. So it wouldn't necessarily all be chocolate and sweets, but we could, you know, get some prizes that would correlate to the value. Plus, I think it makes it a bit more fun as a hunt, with if they can get lots of eggs. Whereas if it's like a load of chocolate eggs, you'd have to limit, like, you know, you can only have one per person. Whereas if they're plastic toys and they're still only getting like one present from us in theory, depending on the amount of eggs that they get. I think they do something similar in schools, you know, with certain points that they accumulate for good behaviour and stuff. So I didn't know whether you were on board with that, and if you were, then we could maybe pass that and then action that with one of the officers, and Hannah could have the go ahead to do something like that at Underhill. Whether you have any ideas, other ideas.
When would you be looking to do that?
That will be around the Easter weekend. I think Hannah has to check with you know, availability and things like that. But I suppose it can be outside and it could be at any time. Easter Sunday is actually on the 5th, isn't it? On
It's a
the
week
5th.
On the
Sunday.
5th,
Yeah.
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 Because
Quite soon.
there's usually something on at the castle Easter Sunday morning as well, isn't there?
Yeah,
So
I think there is.
you might want to avoid clashing with that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also whether or not we can make it happen in the short amount of time, really.
Mm.
So yeah. Okay. Well, maybe if yeah, Richard.
Yep. Just more or less mirroring what Laura said. Finding out what else is on, like at the castle, and what time they're doing a Klein, to make sure it's a different, preferably different day as well, but if not, a different time.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're right. Yeah.
different people will go to Klein compared to perhaps Underhill.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, and perhaps because of Helen's event going on as well, I don't know whether it will be, I don't know whether I'm talking myself out of it now too quick, too soon, and maybe we have to put these things in earlier to get them sorted for next year. Martin, sorry, you've got your hand up.
Well, really, I was just going to sort of echo what you just said. The concern I've got is capacity issues. We're putting this on Hannah at short notice, really.
Yeah.
You know, with what other commitments and workload she's got. You know, have we okayed this with the chief officer and what have you?
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what, Martin? I think because Hannah and I spoke about this a little while ago and wanted to do something, but then equally you have to wait for the meeting, don't you? And then to get things to go. So actually, I think maybe it's just one to get in the calendar for next year.
Yeah.
Plan it in advance and make it a regular for Mumbles, like Hannah does with Klein. Yeah. Can we approve that? So that's a regular for next year.
Because the thing is, we've already got the egg hunt going on. That's a massive success this year. But, you know, put it in for maybe, because I just think it's short notice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it would be a lot to put on her now in the next week.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we just raise our hands to approve this for next year?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Okay, thank you. Okie dokie. 1 second. And then we now need to vote on excluding the press and public, so that we
got
can.
toy and toast, didn't we?
Oh yeah, sorry, hang on, that's not on this update. Hang on then. Right, okay. Is that next on your agenda? Sorry, I haven't got that on this agenda now.
I've
Yeah.
got it on my agenda. Everybody got on their agenda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know which one I've got here, but I'm looking on the Teams one, I think.
Looks
It's the
like this is
draft.
becoming a bit of an issue, to be honest. Isn't it?
Yeah. Let's go to the let me go to the toast one. That's right. So in by and large, the let me just get the email from Hannah. Right. By and large, the Toast and Tea event happens on a Thursday at Underhill in the mornings, primarily aimed at parents or guardians, those that are looking after children, childminders, to pop along. They do have to purchase a tea or coffee if they wish to, but they'd get free toast, and it's a community feel where they can make friends, feel like they're not alone and isolated, because after having a baby, sometimes you can feel quite alone, and it's just a really nice, encouraging of a really nice group to follow through. It needs a little bit love and attention to keep making this work, I think, and keep obviously getting people to attend. So when Hannah and I had a little brainstorm, we thought that it might be quite nice to put a little bit of money into it and attract one or two not so much entertainers, because the children are so little, but kind of like somebody to lead a session, maybe be that a story or a sing-along or some games or a little bit of fun for the children, to just highlight what it is that we're doing there, and bring some more life to the sessions. So the cost implication would be around about £80 a month for entertainment, some crafts and activities, around £50 a month. The total annual cost, approximately 1,008. It's just gone from my screen. Anticipating around 25 preschool children attending, equating to around 1,300 per year. Obviously, there are guest visits from different early year specialists. It can even be centred around expert advice for sleep and nutrition, etc., for babies, baby fitness instructors. It could be sing along, stay and sing. It could be just a various amount of if anyone's got any questions on that. But it's to engage the children, engage the parents, and provide an opportunity for them to get together, really, but with a little bit of something extra than just the toast. It is an area that I feel like we're not, because we've got the coffee and cake, and that's hugely successful. And I feel like this would serve a different demographic, really, to the ones that we have been targeting previous. Richard?
Let's face it, it's not, in the grand scheme of things, expensive. So let's give it a go. And if it's not successful, we can pull it. But if it's successful, we can spread it, perhaps.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think maybe do it and reevaluate again in 3 or 6 months. If the demand isn't there, the demand isn't there, and if it is and it's growing, then that's a positive thing. And I think on this note, it is something that it will, if you can tap into those who've just had a baby and carry them through, that will be great. And obviously that will tail off when the child's about 3 and 4, obviously going to school. But of course, people are still having babies and are very welcome to come along. Anyone else with any questions?
Yeah. On that, I think perhaps 3 months may be enough, but it could take longer. For instance, an example, I'm in a veterans hub, and we move venue and things start off slowly. 3 months, you wouldn't have noticed any difference. But in a longer period, it's grown massively, so be a bit flexible. 3 months may not be long enough to judge it by. Just my opinion.
Yeah, maybe longer than that, you're right. Okay, does everyone think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
That forward. Okay, thank you. Kerry, does that need to go forward now for full council approval? Yeah. Okay. Right, and now I can exclude the press and public and go into a private closed session, if that's okay.
Have a vote on it, yeah.
Does that mean that we stop recording now?
Yep, bear with me 1 sec.
I mean, not that there were anybody from the press and public, I don't think online either, were there, but